right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we got some V-Jump info here. I think along with V-Jump, we could just use this as kind of like a stepping stone to talk about what a lot of the heroes content might look like in a little bit here. There's actually two other things I want to pull up in 2 seconds. I'll probably just pause and pull them up in 2 seconds again. All right, so the heroes, sort of like celebration, by the way, it starts only in a couple of days, right? Because if we just pull up the global Dokkan tweets, you can see that the campaign period starts on the 21st. So, again, I mean, when are we going to be getting the data downloads then? I guess probably the 20th, or... I mean, it's going to be very soon. We're going to get these reveals for these characters very soon. There is definitely a lot of cool characters in this batch. I am pretty disappointed because I was really anticipating the kind of like the Evolution Blue Gogeta character who kind of would come from this batch as well, but they did not drop him. That would have been so sick. If it's like we're getting, Crimson Super Saiyan 3 Rosé, we're getting, full power Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and we're getting the Evolution Blue Gogeta. It just would have been so fire. It would have been so good. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here in terms of the actual V-Jump issue. So it is the 13th anniversary for Dragon Ball Heroes. I think it is so funny. It's the Android 13 movie Saiyans is the logo right there. Like, could you imagine like the 13th anniversary for Dokkan, and it's like LR, like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks, and then like LR Super Android 13. Like that, I think that would be so funny. I mean, if we get to 13th anniversary, yeah, maybe something like that would happen. I mean, considering that we know there is going to be a new Dragon Ball anime in 2024, Dragon Ball Daima, certainly these games are going to get a huge injection, and just Dragon Ball in general is going to be on the up and up, which is pretty good. So we have this. Here's, of course, kind of like the two, I guess, sort of like headliner characters here. Again, we have the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, who is going to have a voice active skill. Now, I assume Global is going to get the voiced active skill as well. Because if you guys are not familiar, last year, Hearts had an active skill, and it was voiced, but only in Japanese. The global version just has no voice for Hearts whatsoever. Even if you have the audio set to Japanese, Hearts doesn't have a voice, which is odd, right? I guess because Dragon Ball Heroes, like the market anime or whatever it is, the promotional anime, it was never released worldwide, so they didn't give Hearts a voice on global. It doesn't make a ton of sense, I feel like. But it's probably not like a decision that Dokkan themselves could make. It must be like rights issues. Like it has to be. It doesn't make a ton of sense otherwise. So, I mean, I don't know if Vegito is going to have the voice on global. I could not tell you guys. Because there's a difference between Hearts, who is not a character who shows up in like any other Dragon Ball media, and Vegito. I mean, even though this is a form Vegito only has in Heroes, it's still Vegito, right? Like, they could very easily, just pull clips of him from other games and stuff like that, which is what most of the voice lines are. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I would say right now, I have no clue. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, the characters come out and he's voiced on global, and we say, well, duh, it's Vegito. Of course he's going to have a voice on global. But then again, he could drop on global and he doesn't have a voice, and we say, well, yeah, there's global shenanigans, guys. We've seen this before. So, I mean, either way, I would not be surprised. I think it's just completely up in the air. We'll see. And then, of course, the Super Saiyan Rosé, right? Super Saiyan 3 Rosé, he transforms here. Let me actually just... Here, we don't need the tweets themselves. We could just close them. And let me just grab the images. And then, of course, we're not going to need the second image, which is talking about full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So, yeah, these are the two characters there. So, this guy being a transforming character. Now, I can tell you guys, I am done with transforming characters. I'm done. I don't like, okay, like, let's have this condition, this condition, this condition, just to be good. Like, it's troublesome. It's tiresome. The good news here, though, is a lot of times we'll use a character. I think the AJL Blue Vegito is a good example of this. Like Goku and Vegeta are cool, but, like, I want to use Vegito. I'm here to use Vegito. Let me use Vegito. At least with this character, it's Super Saiyan 3 Rosé in both forms. So that's good. That's good. That to me, I get to just speak for myself. That will make me feel better about using this character. That it's not like, you know, regular Rosé and then we transform to Super. It's just Super Saiyan 3 for both, right? This is full power Super Saiyan 3 Rosé. So that's cool. And then of course we also have the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito here. Now I would anticipate the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito hopefully being pretty good. Now, I mean, what's the word we want to use here? Have coped for the 2022 Heroes characters. They just simply weren't good enough. And they weren't really good enough on release. They just did not match up to the other teams. Now, this is not like a thing like, oh, every year the Heroes characters suck. That I don't agree with that either. Because I think that the 2021 characters, God Trunks was in line with the other powerful characters we got. Here's the only issue with what I just said, though. Gohan and Piccolo, 17 and 18, Turles, Kale, Super Trunks. I mean, I'm not... Gohan and Piccolo is probably the best among the characters I mentioned, but even them, I mean, these characters are just characters you lose with. Right? Like, it's just that simple. So, it's like, if Limit Breaker Vegito is on par with, like, Super Trunks and Turles and stuff, I mean, that means he's definitely going to be usable, but... I mean, damn, I really hope he's way better than all the TURs, the non-major celebration TURs we've gotten this year. The good news for him is that he has got a ready-to-go linking partner in Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, who's going to EZA. Let's take a look at more at the scan. Is this? Yeah, there we go. So we have Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Broly, and then they're showing us Xeno Dabura right there as well. That are going to be easying. So, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, I mean, how good these Heroes characters are going to be, I would argue a lot of it is probably riding on this guy right here. Now, if you take a look at what he's already got defense on Super Attack Effect, that's good. He's already supporting 2 different ways, that's good. And then remember, this is now a nullification as well. So, you guys know the deal. What I'm looking for, I do not give 2 shits if they increase his damage. To hell with damage. Although, typically I could say that very easily, because the thing about damage is that the major characters are always going to be able to like, shoot out incredible damage. Look at LR Future Gohan, right? Like, it's so tanky, but, like, he will put out insane damage. Trunks, like, again, look at all the top characters. Like, they're gonna put up a lot of damage. It's really what separates the great characters is the ability to also take hits. But we're talking about the Heroes team here. And these Heroes characters are very likely, like, you know, people are like, oh my god, I can't wait for Super Saiyan 3 Rosé. And it's like, yeah, he's gonna have, like, 50% damage reduction if you have 6 crossover characters on the team. Like, that's, like, what the kits are of these Heroes characters. So it's like, he could be pretty good on the Heroes team. But it's like the Heroes team itself is gonna lack in damage, probably. Like that's one huge difference, actually, between, like, taking one of these Dragon Ball Hero teams into, like, you know, Fusion Zamasu or Omega or Sin or something like that, is you actually cannot put up damage to keep up with the bosses. Like, you know, you could have, like, full dodges on all these characters. Eventually, you're going to get caught, and then, you know, the characters are just weak offensively, weak defensively, and they'll just get caught and blasted. So, yeah, he is probably the Heroes team is probably gonna need the damage too. Let's just hope that they make him insane. One good thing with Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and Super Saiyan 4 Broly is like this too. Their stats are crazy high. So their EZA stats are gonna be really good. I think I saw a tweet. Hold on, let me pull this up. Yeah, Proton coming in clutch for us. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. So, yeah, dude, look at Vegito's stats. I mean, that... another issue for the Heroes team, you have no health whatsoever. You're going in, you know, if you run, like, Gohan's future team, like, you're above 800k HP, which is just, it's so comfortable against these big bosses, right? Especially, like, you know, Fusion Zamasu, who just chips away at you, like, and you can't prevent him from doing so. The Heroes team has a ridiculously low HP pool, so this is gonna be really good. That Super Saiyan 4 Broly and Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, you know, have huge stats. Like, these are, like, LR stats. Like these characters, these are Heroes characters with legitimately LR stats. So that's good. Xeno Deborah. Demon Goddess Towa is a very interesting EZA as well, by the way. That's a character. Let's just quickly grab her. This is a character that actually could be quite interesting, and we're not talking specifically limited to heroes. Oh, okay. All right, give me 2 seconds. Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, this is a character. What other teams is she on? Oh, like villain time travelers. Okay. Oh, terrifying conquerors, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna make a call. There's a very decent chance this Towa is gonna be like a top 3 heroes character walking out of it. If you just look at what she does, I mean, heroes characters are not usually designed in this fashion. Like, if they give her, like imagine if they give her 70% dodge. She becomes so good, right? Like, and then, you know, maybe she gets like 30% defense right there. You know, she'd be debuffing, she's sealing, huge support. Oh my god. That would be sick. Yes. Like, we need more characters like this. It's just she does need some sort of defensive mechanic, right? Like, I was just using, I did a video last night of Krillin, the banner unit Krillin from the 23rd World Tournament against Omega, and it's like he's so crazy, right? He's so good. Like, we need banner units or characters like that to help these teams. So Towa, again, could be very interesting as well. And, I mean, she's got a very high HP total, which matters quite a bit. Dark Mask King and Black Mask Saiyan, huh? Super Mira, and then the demon form of Demigra, the Makioki. It's like demon form, some shit like that. I don't know. This guy's a stacker, so we'll see. Maybe he could be okay. These are characters where it's... I feel like there's a chance like one of these could be like pretty good. And then there's also a good chance that they could all just like suck ass. I mean, I'm seeing people like they can't fumble heroes, and it's like, man, like I'm going into this. I would like to start out positive and say like you know, let's be optimistic, you know, that they could have these characters be good. But I mean, I'm gonna be very fair. You know, I'm looking at these kits. Again, I'm gonna be fair. I am hoping that they are good, because certainly it will be very fun to use, you know, our sex goddess right here, Towa. This is the scientist version. She's free to play. She's probably not going to be too crazy, but they could make her decent. You know, Golden Metal Cooler. We got the modified Janemba, Super Saiyan 4 Broly. We got Dark King Fu. We got the blue Vegeta Berserk controlled. Like you know, these characters will be fun. Oh yeah, that is true. So we have super full power Limit Breaker Broly, and we're gonna have EZA Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Like, we're gonna have so much when it comes to like the Saiyan Roar characters. Super Saiyan 4 Gohan is gonna be usable, huh? He's not. I mean, you'll see this and you think like, oh damn, like he's crazy. He's okay. Like it's like he could take some hits. If the rest of the team is crazy, like if the Super Saiyan 4 Vegitos and Brolys are actually really nuts, Gohan will help complete the team for sure, right? Like you could at least run him. So that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, cuz this, I mean, this is going to be child's play potentially to activate, right? So we'll see. You know, again, there's some positive stuff potentially coming here with all these characters. So we have that. That's, of course, the characters that are going to EZA. There's going to be a burst mode for... let's see. Okay, this is the red zone. This right here. There's going to be a burst mode for the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4's Dokkan event. So these are the four fights down here. Okay, so we'll see. I would imagine, you know, people would probably need to do some summoning on heroes. In order to actually be able to complete these burst modes. I imagine, like, heroes or crossover might be one of the burst mode categories, and then, you know, maybe, like, time travelers or grade 8 power or something like that might be, like, another, right? Maybe Realm of Gods, potentially, because there are quite a few Realm of Gods heroes characters at this point, right? So we'll see how that's going to look. The banners themselves, by the way, so we could anticipate that all the new summonable characters would be on a banner that would look something like this. And then, of course, we'd also have the EZA banner as well. I do like the way they do that. They give you a couple of different options. And these characters right here, like Golden Cooler and stuff like that, they're all on this banner unfeatured. But then they also, like, if you're someone who's like, okay, like, I just really need to get normal Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, he would be on, you know, the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito banner unfeatured, but he'll also be featured on the own EZA banner. I do think that format that they do like that is definitely a good thing. By the way, this Super Saiyan 3 Goku right here, this guy could actually be pretty solid too, on the actual Heroes team itself. This Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku and then Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, those are two characters who potentially could help out to round out the team, right? Which could be pretty good. So I think that pretty much covers everything, right? So they're showing the characters there. We have the burst mode, we have the EZA. We'll see. I feel like we could see them potentially add some stages to the red zone here, which that would be really fun. You know, Heroes red zone getting new stages. I remember last year, you know, doing some kind of like no item run content against this. I probably would do that again too, if they add new stages to this, because it could be fun, right? This is kind of like a very, very time limited red zone. But I mean, if they add stages against, like, you know, Limit Breaker Vegito and Super Saiyan 4 Broly, like, that would be pretty fire. The thing that could be cool about them creating red zone stages for some of these characters in here is that, you know, characters that have certain abilities against certain types of characters, we could get them fulfilled in here. I think a perfect example is Dokkan Fest Turles, right? Like, there could easily be a Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito stage, and then, like, you know, the first phase could be against, like, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? Turles is able to pop his intro right there, and then Turles could be a nice, effective option against Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, right? Could be fun. So, that's, I mean, I think if they're gonna give us, you know, the big EZA, we've got the two banners, we have the burst mode, and a couple of new red zone stages added, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Super Saiyan 3 Rosé, Super Saiyan 4 Broly, like, stages like that. Like, this will be pretty fun, right? Could be a pretty fun kind of little celebration here. The number one thing I'm looking to be happy myself is I just want good characters. I'm having fun when I could just use characters that are good, right? Like, it's tough when you have to use characters like Super Trunks and Gohan and Piccolo and Turles, and it's like, all right, let's hope that these three things go correct, or else we get one shot, right? I would really prefer not to have that happen, so, you know, hopefully. So, let me know what you guys think of the Heroes characters coming up. Again, a couple of days, we're going to get the data download. I am starting to get excited, though. I mean, these, of course, are fun. Super Saiyan 3 Rosé Goku Black, like, come on, like, that's pretty fire. So, we'll see. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.